name's Naomi and I've been working at Extreme since 2017. I am one of the fitness instructors, so you might have seen me already, or if you come into the gym, you might see me on the desk or taking the classes. Today I'm going to talk about running, more so the Couch 5K program that we've got started this year with our members. At any point through this presentation, if you've got any burning questions, just pop them into the comments and then I can answer them all at the end. So what will we cover today? We will be looking at what is the Couch 5K. Some of you might already know what it is. Some of you might not know. So we will talk about that and what it entails. The benefits of jogging. So why should you start running? How is it going to benefit you? How to get started. So you're interested now. How and what do you do now to get started? Planning your first run. So what do you need to do? Where should I go? How to plan it? How to run? If you've never run before, you don't really have a clue. How fast should I run? How slow should I run? All of them types of things. We'll look into injuries. I think it's really important to talk about injuries, especially if you've got pre-existing injuries. There is a lot of injuries that can occur from running if you're not doing it properly. And we'll have a look like how you can prevent injuries. Warm-ups and cool-downs. So the importance of warm-ups and cool-downs, we'll have a look into a bit of that. And I will also tell you about the Extreme Members Running Club that we've got at the moment. So I'll tell you a little bit about why I started running. The main reason is because I was sat in your position now. I always wanted to start running. I wasn't fit enough. I was overweight. I couldn't even run 20 seconds without nearly dying. I looked at other people around the parks and stuff and other runners, and never in a million years did I think that that would ever be me. So one day somebody mentioned to me there was a running club starting and they were doing a Couch 5K. I didn't really know anything about it. So I read a little bit into it, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to build up my fitness. I wanted to focus on something, lose a little bit of weight. So I managed to persuade my mum to come with me because she wanted to do the same thing. So we both joined running club, and there was other people exactly the same as us. They were looking nervous. They looked new to running. They didn't really know what to do really. Anyways, fast forward 8 weeks, we all ran a 5K race for life, and it was really good. It was a massive achievement, and then this opened like a massive thing for me. I got into the gym because I felt really good. I had a base fitness. I started going spinning. I went to other gym classes. I'd lost a bit of weight, which was my goal, and I just felt fitter. So since completing the 5K, I kind of got an addiction to it. People do say once you start running, you kind of get this addiction, and it is true. Once you start achieving your goals and running that little bit further, so your 5K might turn into a 10K eventually, and you might do a half marathon and then a full marathon, or you might get into other fitness aspects, spinning or something like that. But running was also a social thing for me. I met up with friends, go out running, and when you get good at it, you can have a little chat to your friends as you're running and a catch up. Also, I have raised money for a charity which is close to my family, so that might be one of your goals, is to raise money. So I just wanted to use my experience as unfit, overweight, bit of a couch potato really, and I want to help other people get into running and just improve like your fitness and your overall health anyways. So we'll move on. What is the Couch 5K? So some of you probably won't have a clue what it is. Some of you might have an idea. The Couch 5K is basically a structured training program. It's designed for complete beginner runners. So you don't have to have any running experience before. Just as long as, I would say, you can walk for about half an hour, that's fine. This is completely for beginners. If you've got a little bit of experience running, and that's obviously will go in your favour, but this is designed for complete beginners. So it'll build you up to a 5k, which you run for about 30 to 40 minutes. When I say run, it's not like running as fast as you can, it's more like a jogging pace. So the plan I've been running with everyone this year in the gym is an 8-week plan. However, if you look online, you can get like 10, 6, 12-week plans. It all just depends on how much time you've got before your end goal. So say you want to run a 5k in 8 weeks, do an 8-week plan. And then obviously 12, 10, you decide. It consists of jogging and walking intervals. So an interval is a set amount of time you would jog for, and then a set amount of time you would walk for. So 1 minute jog, 1 minute walk, and then you probably would repeat that quite a few times. The program at the minute that we're doing for members, there's 3 workouts a week. So, and each run is no more than 30 minutes long. So if you can spare 30 minutes 3 times a week, then this would definitely be a good program for you. At the moment, with lockdown, everything is all online. So we've got a Facebook group. I've been posting everyone's running, what to do every week. But when the gym's back open, we will arrange to meet up at the gym once a week, and we'll all do a session together as a group. And I've just put to take each week and day as it comes. So each week you'll be gradually increasing. So when you've got your program, don't just straight look at week 8 and think, I can't do it, I'm not doing it, because look at week 1, you'll be able to do that. So just take it each week as it comes. The benefits of running. So it generally improves your overall fitness. So the better you get at running, the better you are for general fitness and exercise in general. So you'll be able to exercise for longer periods of time. You'll be able to exercise at higher intensities, walk up hills without getting out of breath as quick, walk upstairs without getting out of breath as quick. It improves your cardiovascular system. So this includes improved function of your lungs and your heart. Your lungs become more efficient at transferring the oxygen into your blood. So you breathe in, oxygen comes in, and then it needs to go into your blood. So improving your cardiovascular system improves how the oxygen is passed into your blood. And then once it's in your blood, your heart pumps it around your body to go to your muscles. So your heart becomes stronger and it becomes more efficient. So those two working together can get the blood around your body a lot quicker and more efficient. Having a better functioning of your cardiovascular system can reduce things like cholesterol, which is fat around your heart, and this can reduce the risk of other life-threatening injuries and problems, so things like heart attack, stroke. It can reduce the risk of those. Running increases muscle strength, so you're working your muscles, you're sore the next day, you're going to be improving your muscle strength. If you're trying to lose weight, lose fat, alongside a balanced diet or a calorie controlled diet, any form of exercise can boost your weight loss. So being more active in general can help you do this. So if that's your goal, then this might be the thing for you to get you focused. Running or jogging, exercise really in general can make you feel really, really, really good about yourself. And the reason for this is because when you exercise, your brain releases endorphins, and endorphins are happy hormones that make you feel good. So say you've been out for your first run, you'll probably come back and you'll feel really proud of yourself, you'll feel amazing, and that's where like the feel good addiction comes from, and it motivates you to do more. And some people also say that it's a great stress reliever. So you're going out, got your headphones on, you can switch off from life and just clear your mind, clear your thoughts. How to get started. So the thing that I've put is you need to think about what your end goal is and why you're doing it. Are you doing it to focus your mind on being more active? Are you wanting to lose weight? And this is the thing that's going to keep you focused. I don't know, have you walked the race for life for the last 5 years and you think next year is my year, I'm definitely going to run it? Or have you got a charity which you want to raise money for? And you're thinking, yeah, I want to do a few 5Ks and raise the money for that. So just whatever your goal is, always think about your end goal, and this will help you stay focused, and this will motivate you to take the first steps into running or fitness in general. Tell everyone what you're doing. Tell family, tell friends, tell them you're signing up to a 5K in 2 months' time. Make yourself accountable. If you make yourself accountable, you're more likely to stick to what you're doing. Decide what plan you're going to follow. So have you got 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks till that 5K race? So how many times a week can you commit as well? So don't be setting yourself unrealistic goals. Oh, I can go out running 5 times a week when you've got kids, you've got work, and you can't. So always choose a plan which is suitable for your lifestyle and which is achievable for you as well. So don't set out unrealistic goals. Another thing to think about is, are you going to run alone and motivate yourself? Or are you going to join a running support group? I personally think that when you're starting something new, you really need the support of others. So you might feel like you can't do this by yourself, which is absolutely fine. I would say 90% of people feel like that. I know I couldn't have started running by myself. So you might feel like you need to join a group, and it'll definitely keep you more motivated, and it might make you feel more comfortable if you're part of a running group and you're with other people. If you join the gym one, you're with coaches, you're with other people sharing the same experience and tips, and we can push you and things when you're having an off day and stuff like that. Saying that, since we've been on lockdown, we haven't been able to join in for the group sessions, but we have been keeping an active Facebook group where everyone can post their workouts, share the runs, and it really has worked, and it's kept everyone really motivated. So even without the group running sessions, it's really, we can keep each other motivated in other ways. And if you start a Couch 5K plan and go out running by yourself, stick to the plan every week, right up to week 8, and go for a run all by yourself, then this is a massive achievement and something to be really proud of, because running is tough, and it is really tough, especially on days when you're off and you need to drag yourself up. And so if you can motivate yourself, do something like this all by yourself, then I think you've got a lot of determination and a lot of willpower, so you really can achieve anything. So on to planning your first run. So when you plan your first run, you need to think about a few things before you go, otherwise it just won't go to plan. So like we said before, you need to decide what plan you're doing, what days of the week you're going to go running, and try and stick to those days. If you cancel a day off and you say, I'll go tomorrow, it won't happen. So try and stick to your days. Another thing you need to plan is, are you going to run outside or are you going to run a treadmill? So have you got a treadmill in your garage that's got all cobwebs and washing and whatever else you hang on it all over it? Are you going to use that? Go and dust it off. Or are you going to go outside running? Or even when the gym opens, are you going to use the treadmill there when you go? How are you going to track your runs or your timing? So you need some sort of tracker. So we'll go into that. What are you going to wear? Footwear, clothing, they are so important, and we'll talk about those in a minute and why. Your food and your fuel. So have you eaten enough? Food gives you energy. If you don't have enough food in your body, then your run's probably going to be rubbish. Positive thinking. So put this one in here because you need to have a good mindset from the word go. If you tell yourself that you can't do it, you're not going to even step foot out the front door. You won't do it. You'll find every other excuse. Oh, that needs cleaning, or I need to put some, the kids need this. You'll find every excuse you can. So positive thinking, you're going to do it, you're going to smash it, and you will smash it. So I'll talk a little bit about the different running. So treadmill running. If you're inside on a treadmill, then you've got the luxury of having your screen in front of you and choosing your speed. So once you've chosen your speed, you can just stick to it, and being able to track your time and things because it's right there, right in front of you. So on your walking intervals, we suggest that you maintain just a brisk walk. So this is usually like around 3 miles an hour, but you can, that's just a ballpark figure, so you can go either way. You can go a little bit more, a little bit less, just completely up to you. But remember, your walking periods are your recovery periods, so you need to tone it down a bit, catch your breath back so you're ready to go again. And your jogging intervals, so you jog at a comfortable pace for you. Every person is completely different, so you probably find it's going to take you a couple of sessions before you find them, maybe even a couple of weeks before you find the right jogging pace for you. But jog at a pace which you can maintain for those intervals. Most beginner runners start running really fast and they're so out of breath in 30 seconds and I can't do it anymore. That's because you're running too fast, and you don't have to run fast, just jog. Just do like a speed walk and then pop a little hop into it, and then that's like a jog, and you'll be able to, but you'll find that over time. And then also on your treadmill, keep it flat, level zero. Hills can be nasty, and when you start improving your fitness a bit more, we'll talk a little bit more about hills, but it's challenging. Hills are not very nice. So we'll go on to outdoor running. Outdoor running, a bit different to treadmill running. We'll go into that. So always plan your route. You might want to get dropped off somewhere, get someone at your house to drop you off, and then you've got to run home. You've got to get home somehow. That's what I like doing. Drop me off wherever, and then you've got to get home. You may want to just open your door, run around the block, run on the street. So you might want to go to the park, cycle track, wherever, but just always plan where you're going to go before you go out. Plan your route, so you're avoiding big hills. So like we said before, hills are horrible. So try and avoid big hills. You can't really help the change in pavement incline wherever you go, but plan something that's fairly flat for yourself, especially as a beginner runner, because if you go out on that first run and you're going up this massive hill and that's when your 1 minute interval jog is, you're gonna never come running again. It'd be horrible. Always use pavements or a cycle track if you can, just purely because of the fact they're a lot safer. They're usually tarmacked, they're flat, you're not going to fall over or twist your ankles or anything like that. Also, if you can avoid running on country roads as much as you can, just for the time being, because you're probably going to be concentrating more on your timing and what you're actually doing rather than what's in front of you and looking around. So I'd hate for anyone to get knocked over, and they can be dangerous. Cars coming flying around the corners all the time. Wear bright clothing. So if you've got any high-vis tops, vests, anything, get them on even in the day. Don't worry if you don't have them, just wear bright clothing if you've got anything. Cars and cyclists just don't see you sometimes and they'll knock you over, especially if you're crossing a road. So in the summer, it's fine, it's nice and light, but in the winter months, it's dark. Just stick to well-lit areas, and if you can, if it is dark, avoid running alone. Take your kids with you, take your dog with you, whatever. How are you going to set your pace? So it's slightly different when you're running outdoors because, like I said before, you can't really control the pavements, and you might be on a slight incline and it might look flat and you'll be thinking, oh, this is horrible, or you might be a little bit downhill. So just set a jogging pace which is comfortable for you. Like I said on the treadmill section, you won't know what your pace is until you try. So it's probably going to be a couple of weeks before you think, oh, this is the comfortable for me. But just bear in mind when you're outside, your pace will change. So if you're running down a hill, you're going to be rapid. But then if you're running on a slight incline, it's going to slow down. So don't worry about how fast you're actually running or your miles per minute at the minute. Just go out and do what you can. So we'll move on to tracking. So I would advise to always, always, always track your workouts. And the reason for this is, one, because next year when you're running a half marathon, it's great to look back on your couch 5K. Oh God, how far have I come? But also, you definitely need a timer or a watch to track your intervals. So you can use your phone, you can use a watch. A watch is really good so you can quickly look at the time. And then some apps you might want to use, Runkeeper, Strava, but that's just mainly to track your runs. The main thing is you've got your timer to use your intervals. And you can get some apps as well, which is the Couch 5K, and it tells you when to run, when to walk. So might be worth getting one of them. Footwear and clothing. So this one is so important, and I feel like it's really, really important to talk about from my own experience of running. Wear something comfortable, especially on your feet. I just can't even stress this enough. You need to be comfortable when you're running. There is absolutely nothing worse than getting a blister or your underwear chafing because they're too tight in the first 10 minutes when you're running, because it will hurt. And once you've got it there, your blister's there, that's it. The rest of your weeks are right off because it hurts too much. So always wear something comfortable. Get supportive or cushion trainers. So trainers. This is one of the most important things when running. What you're wearing on your feet. In some sports shops, you can go for a gait analysis. I don't know if anyone's heard of this before. I didn't know about it until somebody told me. And this is where you walk on a treadmill. This would be great for anyone going out walking as well, not just running. And you jog on it as well. And this camera watches you and it tells you how you land in your feet when you run. If there's any misalignments in your ankles or your knees, the camera, this will tell you, and the person who's watching it all and sorting it all out will tell you. And if you get this done, they'll be able to advise you on what trainers to get. So if you need support ones, if you need cushion ones, things like that. But if you don't have, you can get that done in places like DW. Just have a look on the internet, see if there's anywhere that does it. If you don't have access to a gait analysis, then always go for a cushioned or a supportive trainer. If you do get a new pair, break them in with a few walks. I was wearing them around the house or in the garden, avoid you getting blisters. Wear decent socks. Again, blisters, absolutely awful. Don't wear a pair of Umbro socks that I used to wear in PE 6 years ago. It's got loads of holes in. Get a new pair. Get yourself a decent pair. Treat yourself. Ladies, wear a high impact sports bra. You need to be comfortable when you're running. If you go out running, you're not comfortable, feeling self-conscious, then it's more likely that you probably won't do it again. And you need to be comfortable when you're running. Some sports bras are absolutely rubbish. They're crap. So make sure that if you're going to get yourself a sports bra, get a decent one. Go and try them on in the shops. Order them online, try them on at home. Do a few star jumps, see what you look like in the changing rooms, whatever. Do what you need to do to make sure that you're comfortable. And a little tip of mine, if that's still not enough, wear two. Double up. High-vis clothing, if you have it, then get it on. If not, just wear something bright. Always keep yourself safe. Don't be tempted to buy all the latest expensive gear. And I can't stress this enough. Just because Nike said that these are the latest, best running trainers, 120 quid, oh, they must be amazing, I'll buy them. No, honestly, don't do it. Buy something that's comfortable for you, and you don't have to spend a fortune. Get yourself down Sports Direct, cushioned or supportive trainers, and then just wear those. And if you want to wear anything, like if you want to wear a baggy t-shirt, if you want to wear a jacket because you don't like your arms, you just wear whatever you want. And you can get plenty of bargains on and try it all on before you go, just to make sure everything's run proof. Moving on to injuries. So I would always advise that if you have any pre-existing injuries or health conditions, always talk to your GP or your physio before starting running. running or any sort of exercise actually can make a pre-existing injury a lot worse. So always ask somebody, if your GP or anyone, a physio, if you're unsure. The most common type of running injuries that occur are usually in your hips, your knees, your feet, your ankles and your legs. So anyone can get any type of injury. It could be a pulled muscle or pulled ligament, which are common, especially if you're pushing yourself. Or you could get like a small stress fracture, really small one in your bone. Running is a high impact exercise. So to avoid injuries, it is so important to warm up and cool down. We'll be going on to that in a second. And like we just said before, footwear, you can reduce injuries a lot by wearing the correct footwear. You'd be surprised the amount of people who have sore knees, sore ankles, sore hips from running, and they get a different pair of trainers, the right ones for them, and it disappears. So it might be worth treating yourself to a new pair. Always plan your rest days. Your body needs time to rest and recover, so don't overdo it and let your body rest. When you go running or any type of exercise, what happens is your muscles work and they tear, and what they do, that's to make them, that's the process of making them stronger. So what you need to do after you run, always plan a rest day in between. You need to repair, let your muscles repair. And if you do experience any injuries, aches or pains, then you can either have a chat to us, and if it's something that's completely out of our scope and we can't give you any advice, then the best thing to do is just talk to your doctor about it. So warm up and cool downs. I've just put a little video on there, and that's just an example of something that I've been posting into the running group just to give people a little plan to follow when warming up. So always warm up, always cool down. Like we mentioned before, warming up and cooling down prevents you getting injured. So what types of warm-ups should you do? There's loads. There's absolutely tons. There are loads of different warm-ups you can do before running. What I would advise is to do some stretches. You can see in the video that of some examples, and then always do a 5-minute brisk walk. So spend 5 minutes stretching before you go, and then a 5-minute brisk walk just to get the blood pumping around your body, get the blood into your muscles, get it ready for when you're about to do your little jog. And when you cool down, always have a 5-minute brisk walk. So that's how you're going to finish. 5-minute brisk walk and then finish with some stretches. But like I said before, there's tons and tons and tons of different stretches you can do. Have a look on YouTube. You might want to do the same ones for a couple of weeks. You might want to do the same ones for the whole 8 weeks. You might want to change it up. You might have something that's tight on your quads, so you might want to do a few more quad stretches. Just remember to stretch your full body as well. So it's not just your legs. It's a lot of core work running as well. So give your core a good stretch off. Rest days. So we said before, always plan your rest days. So if you're running on a Monday, have a rest on a Tuesday, and then you might be all right to run again on a Wednesday. It's just completely up to you. Just whatever you've planned, always plan a rest day. So like I said before, taking rest days gives you a chance for your body to recover, but you need to give your muscles a chance to repair. And if you don't rest enough, then you can increase your risk of injury as well. So do bear that in mind. And if you're having a bad day, just listen to your body, really. If you've overdone it for the week and you're poorly, or you're feeling a bit achy, you've got a cough, whatever, just listen to your body and have a rest, and just plan it for a different day when you're feeling better. And if you miss a full week because you're poorly or whatever, then you can just restart that week the next week. You'll be like a week behind, but it's better than pushing yourself onto the next week and being put off, or you probably still won't be right if you've been poorly. Some other tips I would like to give you. I won't go too much into nutrition, as I know some of the other guys today are giving some amazing talks about nutrition, but when you're running, your body needs energy. So the best time to eat is 1.5 hours to 2 hours before a run. Just have a normal meal as you normally would. Don't have anything fancy just because something that you've read on the internet. Oh, I need to do this and I need to have all this rice, or do you know what I mean? Just have what you normally have. If you're having a balanced diet anyways, then you've got enough anyways. If you haven't had a chance to eat and you've been all day at work, you've missed your dinner or whatever, then have a snack 30 to 45 minutes before you run. So something like a banana would be a really good source of energy. Bit of sugar in. Always stay hydrated through the day and drink roughly about 2 litres of water. Avoid drinking a big drink before you go for a run. And if you need to take a drink with you when you're running, always just take little sips out of your water bottle. Don't be gulping it all the way down. Remember that you are focusing on stamina and being able to run for longer periods of time. So speed's irrelevant really when you're doing a couch 5K. I know as you get into it, you'll be like, oh, I ran a bit faster today, I ran a bit slower today, blah, 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 and you'll start getting into it. But at the minute, we're just focusing on running on for longer periods of time. So really, really just focus on that. Don't worry about your speed, just focus on maintaining your speed, maintaining your run really. And once you've been able to complete a 5K, then it would be a good time to work on speed and bettering your time then. So do your 5K and then we can work on getting faster. Concentrate on your own progress. I can't stress this enough either. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. If you're part of a running club, someone's running up and running faster than you, or Sheila from 2 streets away who's doing running club and she's posting them all and she's absolutely smashing it 10 minutes faster than you. It really doesn't matter. Everyone progresses at different rates, so just stick to your own plan, stick to your own progress, and then you'll more than likely stick to it. So I'll tell you a little bit about our plan. This is an example of our plan that I've been giving to members. It's like a bit of a diary. If you want to print it off, stick it on your fridge. You can tick off every day when you've done your run. It also tells you how long you should be running for and how long you should be walking for. So it's split out week by week. It'll go all the way up to, this one goes up to week 8. So you will start on week 1. And then the plan, obviously, like I just said, will go all the way up to week 8. So by week 4, you should be able to run 5-minute intervals. So you'll run for 5 minutes, have a little rest, 5 minutes again. And then on week 5 to 8 is when you start running for longer periods of time. So 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's what we're aiming for. And you will be able to do it. These are just some comments from the Facebook group that I thought I'd put in there today just to show you. These comments are coming from people like you right now. Probably I've never ran before. At the start of the 8 weeks when the gym was open, when I said, I'm starting a running club, these people said, I'm not coming, I'm not doing it because I can't even run 10 seconds without dying off. I look at them now, running 20 minutes without stopping, hitting 4K targets, that's nearly 5K. Do you know what I mean? And this could be you. This could be you. If you join a Couch 5K program, a running club, it is possible. Once you commit and you start doing really well, you start, you get addicted to it, and you'll be able to do it. So I'll tell you just a little bit more about the extreme running group that we have got set up at the minute. The club is free. If you're a member, the running club is free. If anyone wants a 5K or a Couch to 5K program, I can sort you one out, or a 10K. So we've got, once the 5K is finished, we're going to be moving up onto a 10K as well, some of us. We've got a Facebook group online. Everyone keeps everyone posted. We post workouts, we post sweaty selfies. We just keep each other supported. And when the gym opens, we will be setting up, like I said, a weekly running session so we can all go out together. We'll start with 1 session a week, and we'll, in the group, if anyone else is going out for a run, post it in there. You might be able to meet up with other people on a Wednesday night. And this year we were meant to be doing the Working Festival of Running in August. So there was a 5K and a 10K event. So through the gym, we will organise events like this. And that was our end goal, really, the 5k and the 10k event. So part of the running club, we will organise things just to keep everyone motivated, and it's just like an end goal, really. So thank you everyone for listening, and remember, only you can make it happen. Only you can take the first steps, and once you've done it, I swear to God, you won't look back. And not just running, not just jogging, not just the couch 5k, anything. You make that first step, and you never know. You could be running the London Marathon in next year. Who knows? So if you've got any questions, I'll go over to the Facebook page now and have a look if you have any, and I will try and answer them for you.
Really good, that, Nyomi. It actually made running sound interesting for the first time in a 43 year. And who would know there was so much about running? And that's probably why I've been rubbish at it every time I've tried to start, because
everyone puts it off because they either run too fast or they just tell themselves they can't do it. So it is actually good, and it gets addictive. It really does get addictive.
I've heard people say this addictive crack about running before, and I just thought no chance. But again, if you do it properly and you progress it, like I'm probably like most people, and I just go for a run and try and go as fast as I can, as far as I can. And it's usually 100 meters, and then I stop and give up.
And that's the mistake people make, is because seeing somebody else run 9-minute miles, so they think, oh, I'm going to have to run 9-minute miles. So they're running way too fast. And when you're starting up, you can't run that fast. Like, you've got to start from the very beginning and then build yourself up.
And I guess it's about getting your body used to them movements. It's like any sort of exercise. Like I'm 18 and a half stone. So if I start plodging along all over the pavements, I'm going to be sore, and that's probably going to put me off as well.
Like we said before, it's like high impact. So you've got to strengthen your joints. You've got to strengthen your tendons. You've got to strengthen your muscles around your knees and your ankles, and then that'll come with time. If you do too much too soon, then that's when you're going to get injured.
And I think when you look at like training, that would be similar to somebody who's got no muscle and never been to the gym before, putting 500 kilogram on a squat and trying to do a squat. Me trying to run.
Exactly the same. Yeah.
So Rosemary's asked a question. Is it all right to go running in the morning?
Everyone is different, right? So I like to go running early in the morning, just get it out of the way, purely for the fact because during the day you kind of like, sometimes you kind of put it off, but it also depends when you're going to be eating as well. So if you feel like you can run first thing in the morning, just fueling off what you've eaten the night before, or just off a coffee or something like that, then that's absolutely fine. But if you feel like you are not getting the best out of your runs because you've not had anything to eat, then I'd probably advise to go later on after you've had something to eat, fuel your body, and then you feel good. It's just, I suppose it's like with training. Some people go at 6 o'clock in the morning to the gym. Some people prefer to go after tea time. Some people, just everyone's different. Just try it out. Try in the morning, see how you feel. Some people feel like crap when they go out in the morning, but I feel great because I've got it over and done with, set up for my day. It's amazing. But it just depends. Everyone's different. Try it all out.
There's question on pacing yourself. I think she went through that, Darren. I think there's apps available and stuff, isn't there, that tell you when to run and walk. And
to be honest with you, when you're doing a couch to 5k, you're not really focusing on your pace. Like, it's not like, you don't want to be running too fast. It'll come with time. That's all I can say. It'll come with time. You'll know that you can run this fast and maintain it. It's just trying. You've got to try, and then it'll all come to you. And then once you're fit enough, you'll be able to run faster. And some days your pace will be mega. You'll be like, whoa. And then other days your pace will be rubbish. It'll be crap because you've had a crap day. Just don't let it put you off. Just try it, and then everyone's different. Just pace yourself at your own pace. Any other questions? Running is awesome. Yeah, it is.
Simon, who said that, is an officer in the parachute regiment. So obviously he runs for a job. So that's a good credit to you for him.
Running can really help mental health, and I think that's like a massive thing at the minute. It really, really is. And I know some people that during lockdown that have been smashing running that I never thought they'd be able to run before. And that's one thing that they've reported back to us at the gym, our coaches and things, is that it really does improve your mental health. It gets you out of the house, it gets you doing something. You can go and run down the park, by the lake, anywhere, just really switch off, get your favourite tunes on, or run with nothing, just go complete silence. But I think it is really good for your mind, and it's a good stress reliever.
Perfect. I think that's it, dude. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. I think everybody else has enjoyed it. So well done.
Yeah, well.
Thanks a lot. Right.